Welcome all to our first kind of a very basic and easy Excel training video series. This will be my first video in the series, and I will try to explain each and every feature of Excel, MS Excel 2007, which is a part of MS Office 2016, the Excel 2016. I will be explaining you or giving you KT in detail or training in detail. I'm sorry. So, uh, the idea here is that we will try to create videos with very basic or easiest way of creating maybe formulas, pivot tables, or all other logical functions of Excel, but maintaining the fact that every average Joey should able to understand those formulas or those features, and at the end of the every tutorial the user or the viewer of this video should able to complete his complete or write the formula or that feature by his own. So let us start with the first and basic and most important function of Excel, that is nothing but a VLOOKUP. VLOOKUP is a function with the help of which you able to pull data from two similar tables who has, let us say, uh, one common unique item uh, in both of the tables. So let us say I have one employee data table uh, which includes a data of a particular insurance company. In that we see commission, the salary of a resource or employee, their employee ID, the location from where they are trying to pull the business or do the business. And let us assume that there will be some scenarios where I will be needing the same information in another table. Maybe let us say HR computation table, HR calculation table. Again, assuming that I will be having let us say more than 1 lakh or up to 1 million data, and I will in that case rather than doing it manually, even if the data is in thousands, if you try to do the same thing manually, which basic or average way try to do it, it will be a tremendously difficult task. So to avoid that or such a pain, Excel or the Microsoft introduced in Excel a VLOOKUP function with the help of which you are able to pull data from one particular table to another particular table, and the field which you would like to pull. Uh, so the second part or the first and basic rule of pulling Excel data from one table to another is to compare the data with the help of unique field. So first of all, what is unique field? Unique field is nothing but a field which is not repeated, or a data value which is not repeated, and it is identical and unique to each and every resource or employee or a person. That can be anything. Let us say in terms of employee, that can be an employee ID, your national account number, your company email address, your company user ID. And let us say in terms of a normal citizen, it can be, as I said earlier, national ID, your email address, your PAN ID, etc. So how to do VLOOKUP? Now we will directly, I do not want to first of all create a big or lengthy videos. So we will try to conclude this video in, let us say, next 3 or 4 minutes. So short videos will, I assume, keep the interest of the viewers, which will in long run will help us. So I will quickly show you how to write a VLOOKUP and how to pull a data from one table to another. Assuming that I need to drag or take commission from one table to another, and I need the data of employees, which is from table number 1, which is located from A1 to E5, and I want to pull that data in a table which is starting from C9 till, let us say, C12, E12, I'm sorry. So at that time, what I have to do is I simply have to write VLOOKUP word in it. And sorry, that's my parrot who is talking in background. Anyways, forgive me guys. So I will Okay, while creating VLOOKUP, we need to consider three different things. First is lookup value, which is nothing but the unique data value you will be comparing within two different tables. So that will be the employee ID in our case. The second option will be the table array of a destination table, sorry, a resource table or a table from where we have to pull the data. So first of all, I will be using a lookup value as C9 employee ID, and then I will directly move my cursor with the help of keypad or a mouse button. Now assuming that my both tables are in single sheet. Okay, while doing VLOOKUP, you will able to do VLOOKUP with multiple sheets within a single workbook with multiple workbooks as well. So assuming that we'll get okay kind of response to this video and better views, if possible, I definitely will go ahead and I will show you the many different ways of doing VLOOKUP and other stuff. So first of all, let us complete this VLOOKUP. I have managed to reach to the destination table or source table data. Now I will take the entire range or up to the range from where I need to pull the data. So if you notice, Excel by itself, which is a smart and awesome tool designed by Microsoft, gives us the complete information of data range we have selected. So we have selected 5 rows and 3 columns. So while completing VLOOKUP, we will be most interested into the number of columns we will be pulling. That will be the column C, and the count of that column C will be taken from starting from column A, which will be the first column as 1, B as second, and C as third. So at the bottom, it is showing us three columns and 5 rows selected. So I will remember this number and then I will enter comma, then the column index number, my data source. I would like to take out commission. So earlier discussed, I will be entering 3, then comma. Now the last part of VLOOKUP is telling whether we would like to complete our argument with true or false. So what is true? True, if I added true or 1, then it will try to find the approximate max match, and if I entered false, it will give me the exact match. We will try to highlight more videos on true and false function. As I promised you, I will be giving you entire information in a very easiest way to understand. So but not in this video. So just for completing VLOOKUP, either I will write false, word false, or 0 here, and I will complete the bracket. So once my VLOOKUP is ready, I will able to see my VLOOKUP in a formula bar, which is located at the top, and the sign of successfully entering the formula is you actually see the value. In my first employee ID 101, I see that commission is 5,000 pounds or INR, and then I simply have to, once it is written, copy paste the formula at the very bottom. And once that is done, the VLOOKUP will pull the entire commission data from table 1 to table 2. So this is how, ladies and gentlemen, we should do VLOOKUP. If you have any questions, I request you to add them in comments, and as per your request, I will try to showcase or create more videos in future which will be helpful to everyone. In fact, VLOOKUP, I firmly believe that is a kind of a vast function. We will need at least 6 to 7 different videos to focus on VLOOKUP itself. That will include how to do VLOOKUP in different ways, how to do smart VLOOKUP, how to you know uh, do three or two or three four two or more than two VLOOKUPs in single cell and comparing it with different sheets, files, tables, etc. So such type of video, depending on the response of this video, I will or may create in future. Thank you guys, have a great day ahead. Cheers, bye bye.